Hey, hi, I'm Marcus, aka the Paldean Librarian, and welcome. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're diving into Pokemon TCG Pocket, but with a twist. Not just any twist. Before every single battle, we spin a wheel. This wheel decides our fate. Maybe we get to add more cards to our collection by opening packs. Maybe it throws us into a random challenge, like limiting which cards we can use in the next battle. Or maybe it forces us into a wonder pick, lets us spend pack points if we got any, or worst of all, quarantine match. In a quarantine match, we give up our most important Pokemon for 5 battles if we lose. But if we win, we unlock 3 packs and can buy one of our opponent's cards with pack points. High risk, high rewards. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm just starting out here and trying out a few ideas. There are only 9 days left in the current season of Pokemon TCG Pocket, so I'm calling this one Season 0. If you get suggestions for improving things before the first full season, I'd love to hear them. Comment below, and if you enjoyed this video and want to see more wheel spins, chaos, and general Pokemon shenanigans, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Let's make this a regular thing. Alright, with all that out the way, let's spin the wheel and see how this journey begins. Alright, here we go. Fresh account, 0 cards, and we're about to crack open our very first pack. For the starter, I'll lock into Mewtwo and, of course, we pull the scripted Marowak EX. No surprise there. But hey, Wonder Pick gives us Bulbasaur, also scripted. Now for the real excitement, our first actual pack. I had to choose carefully. Eevee Growth is the shining new set, but Extra Dimensional Crisis, that is where the Ultra Beasts live. With cards like Guzzlord, Tapu Koko, or even non-rare cards like Naganadel and Nihilego, I feel like it is the best set to stand on its own. I log into Extra Dimensional Crisis, hoping to draft some crazy Ultra Beast synergy, but then, on our very first unscripted poll, this happens. Land and... wow. I mean, for our battle purposes, this is not too amazing, but I guess we'll take it. It's a shiny Aerodactyl, that's nice. Okay, I know, I seriously need to level up my YouTube pack opening reactions, but come on, this is already looking like a very promising start. As you work our way through the tutorials, cracking open all those starter packs, I stick with Extra Dimensional Crisis. Not every pack is a winner, of course, but we pull Zero Aura and Lycanroc EX, 2 solid pieces for our growing collection. Still, we're far from having a complete deck, so I keep chipping away. Beginner missions, dailies, even the advanced challenges, gathering up every pack hourglass the game so generously hands out early on. And with those in hand, this happens. Ooh. Not sure. I mean, this doesn't have to be anything interesting, but it is. Okay, we have Zero Aura and we have Tapu Koko. Something is happening here. We might be able to build something. And perhaps we truly are off to something special. Because in the very next pack, we pull the immersive rare Buzzwole EX. While no longer the powerhouse it once was in the current meta, with the right supporters, this could form the backbone of a very promising deck, at least for beginner and Pokeball ranks. Of course, no streak lasts forever. A drought was inevitable. And soon enough, it arrived. But setbacks are part of the process. It was time to shift focus, to build our very first deck. And at last, in the wheel for the very first time. Okay, and here we are. There are a lot of tutorials you have to do before you can do anything with this game. I didn't remember that, but it's okay. We are now level 5. We have opened some packs that didn't really give us anything very useful, so the starter deck that we have is very, very bad. So we hope to get a nice wheel that will let us open a few more packs, because because looking at that deck right now, this is actually very, very horrible. So look at all cards of this deck. So what do we have? So we get the 2 Pokeballs to Professor Research. Obviously, we have to do this. What you can see, Looker. It's our only other supporter, because that is the only other supporter that I have. So I opened a bunch of what is it called? The Extra Dimensional Crisis. hoping to get something with the Ultra Beast Sun or Zero Aura on Tapu Koko, so we did get both. We did get one Silvally, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty much filler. It's a horrible deck, and this is deck force 1, but we have to see what we can do with it, and if we can win anything. But before, we have to go and ask the wheel for the glory. And please, please, please give us something useful, because I don't feel prepared to go into rank with this deck. So let's see what's happening. That is very, very nice of you, Wheel. Thank you. So we can open 5 packs, which means I actually have to buy some Pokéballs, so I'll be right back. Awesome. So this was almost the jackpot. We got 10 packs in there, but 5 packs is amazing. This will hopefully give us a bunch of interesting stuff. Now I have to open them one by one, sadly, but that's just how it is. So we get a little bit of usage out of our pack hourglasses and some Pokégold. Please let me get something better in that deck. It will. Phantom. Oh! Not what we need right now, but we do have some darkness type Pokemon, I guess. So maybe this is something we can build later on. Second pack. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we're building up towards an Ultra Beast deck. Or not. Or not. Oy, oy. This is pack number 3. Oh, something shiny was in there. Yes. Okay, that is actually very, very helpful. This is something that we totally need. We already have 1 Tapu Koko. And this will give us a bit more, well, I don't know, something in the deck that actually makes a little bit of sense at least. So that was 3. Let's do 4. 2 more packs. Come on. Not play around, open the first pack, and that seems to have been a mistake. Okay, circuitry. Not a good card. Standing on its own, at least. But it is electric or lightning, so I guess maybe we will put it into this deck. I mean, right now we have Rattata, right? So I guess everything's better than that. Second Tapu Koko can be big. So this is the last pack for now. Last pack magic. Come on, give me something. I don't know how many Herdier I already have. I'm willing to bet that this is the card that we have most of. Gladion is nice. Gladion is nice. Claydol, kind of interesting. Okay, so we definitely have to have something to optimize. And we already have 151 cards. Ooh. Okay, I'm very happy with that. I really did not want to go and work with the first deck that we've built. That was horrible. It's still not great. Still not great, right? But, you know, we didn't expect it to be. So definitely remove this kind of stuff. Might be too fast with that. I might have to re-add that back in. But, so, yeah. Leon. Do I want to add Claydol? I think I do. I think it's better than any alternative that I have, right? I mean, definitely we add the second Tapu Koko. That is for sure. This is quick damage. And I have 3 card slots left, so I think I'll just go with Baltoy and Claydol. And yeah, I guess this is how we will start the journey. So as you can see, this is the first ever match in this season with this account. I'm excited. Let's go. The music is super chill. Maybe it's a bit too chill because I am kind of nervous. But there's even... Oh, fuck. I forgot that we would play Big People. We're not actually playing people, are we? Okay. So, I'll be back once we actually fight real people. As I stepped into our first battle, it seems I couldn't help but make an immediate mistake. Observing my opponent's rather generic appearance, I was reminded that in the beginner rank, you're occasionally paired against NPCs and not real people. For reasons I can't fully explain now, my mind jumped to the conclusion that this must surely be one of those matches. Not wanting to count it as our first true battle, I stopped recording midway. But then, quite unexpectedly, I was caught completely off guard. Okay, I am so confused right now. Because I am doing my first match, and as I said, this is not real. I'm fighting against some NPC, right? But they have shiny Moltres EX. Now I'm confused if this might actually be a real match after all. I don't have any, crazy cards to do, so I don't know. I'm just gonna attack him. We are in the lead. Tapu Koko is healthy. Moltres can't really do anything. So we do win, but I'm super confused right now. I don't know if if this is something that counts or if they just like randomly create those decks for those NPCs in the beginning. Like I remember in the really early on that there was absolutely nothing going on with those NPCs when Ranked first came out. Now they have a shiny Moltres. That is insane. I don't know how to count this now. Do we count this as the first match? I think we have to. It was not horrible. They had Arcanine EX, killed one of my Pokemon, then they had Moltres EX. So they might just be a starter. They also wrote Eevee wrong, right? Eve. And they usually, in the beginning, I think they were like called like, I don't know, just like John or whatever. I am so confused. I guess we will count this as our first victory. And 10 points in the beginner. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's a 50-50 thing. Maybe sometimes you fight against a real person, sometimes you fight against an NPC. I'm not sure. But yeah, sorry for cutting you guys out. I guess this was actually our first real match against Eve. Thank you. So before we do anything, we have to consult with the wheel. Big wheel of knowledge. What are we going to do next? Oof. I thought we could do something with our pack points, which might have been helpful. I don't know how much pack points we got from opening all those extra dimensional crises. But no, we have challenge time, our first challenge time. That's exciting. So I have a few challenges ready to go up my sleeve that we will do, or that we will pick one of them. I'll be right back with that. But since, I want to have creative, difficult challenges. So if you have any idea about how to, make this game a bit more interesting, add some challenges for me, you can see now with the challenge time what kind of challenge I'm thinking about and I'm doing. So you can help me and make this all a bit more fun and, challenging. So if you have any proposal, write down in the comments with your challenge idea, and we'll see how to implement that. But now, let's get going with our first challenge. Alright, and I'm back again, and I actually downloaded an additional app. Wow. Okay, only Kanto Pokemon and characters. Okay, so we get Sandshrew and Sandslash. We get Cubone and Marowak. This might be something. This probably might be something that we have to build in that direction. We do have some, maybe add in Farfetch. Farfetch is not too bad early on, right? These are not Kanto. Yeah, I mean, opening a lot of dimensional crisis is not making it easy to use, to get all those Kanto Pokemon, because they're not too prominent there, if at all. I don't actually know. There's Aerodactyl, but I don't think I have the fossil, sadly. That would be cool. Yeah, so I think this is probably all that I can do. Obviously, this is a bit better. As soon as I have more cards, I can be a little bit more creative with what I'm doing, because now I have to fill 5 more slots. And I don't even know if I have enough Kanto Pokemon to do that. I mean, there's Clefairy. Sure. My god. There's Bulbasaur, but this needs a different energy. I guess let's do Rattata and Eradicate. Wow. The person we will match, they will think, what the hell is wrong with that guy? And he will be right. Sure, Clefairy is our... It is absolutely our highlight. Kanto only. Horrible deck. Horrible deck. This is what we have. We have 2 Clefairy, obviously. 2 Sandshrew. 2 Cubone. A Hitmonchan. 2 Sandslash. So there's an evolution there. Onix. Marowak EX. Rattata. Eradicate. Farfetch. All Kanto Pokemon. And also we don't really have any non-Kanto like reporters or anything that we can use. So we have 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research. Thankfully, this shows Professor Oak. And we have a Repel. We already have Marowak. Okay, this is very good. If there's anything going to happen here, it is with the Marowak. But I have to put Rattata in first and the Onix. And yeah, I think that's all for now. Okay, they have Riolu. That's bad. That is bad. So they can basically one-shot me. Next turn. Okay, we get Pokeball. Please, we need the Cubone. All I want is a Cubone. But it's a Clefairy. Okay. So Rattata is not going to do anything. I will put Sandshrew here just because it has 70 HP. Onix would be the other one, right? The 3 energy though. This is very hard to set up before I'm dead, especially since I'm giving up a prize in the very first turn, which is very much unfortunate. I should have checked that they have fighting energy, so I shouldn't have put Rattata up front. That was kind of a miscalculation there. But they also don't have to have the best mons, right? But it might be enough. Might be enough for them to fight us. Let's put Sandshrew up front. But then I just put energy on Onix because this is literally the only chance that I have, right? That Sandshrew is not going to do anything. I want to stall them as much as I can with Sandshrew and Onix, and then hopefully get Marowak, get a Cubone, and get Marowak going. With Marowak, if I get some coin flip luck, it could be something here. Very unlikely though. But they do have a very bad deck. I mean, obviously, they're a beginner, level 5. They should have a bad deck, and they do. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So I could... I don't want... Do I want Sandshrew to die? I think I do, because if I get the Cubone, I need some place to put it, right? So I put the energy on Onix. But Hitmonchan is another. Whoa. Bruh. That's very bad. Okay. That's a choice. But that's for Sandshrew. But that's not the worst, because we do have Onyx. And we do have Onyx with free energy. So we can hit for 70. They can hit for 60. That's okay. It's not okay is that they also have Onyx on the bench. I don't feel like there's anything in here for us. To be honest. Wow. Oh, okay, that was lucky. I would love to have that card. That would also be a Gen 1 card, right? So we would be allowed to use it, but yeah, I don't think we ever actually opened the pack. Interesting. Oh, and his Cubone. Okay. Oh, but I can't. Oof. There might be a way for us here. There might be actually plans for us. And that's actually pretty good. I feel good. Why did they retreat? The fact that they retreated, now I have both of them in a range to kill with Onyx. The hell? I don't know if he doesn't read the parts or don't understand it. But I'm sorry? I guess I don't understand the cards. What is red to? During this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do 20 plus damage to your opponent's active Pokemon EX. Yeah, that's not an EX. Wow. It's wild. Okay. So, but I will die next turn, so I have to retreat into Arrowback, which is unfortunate, but there is a win condition here. I have to have Point Flip Blood though. It's interesting. Why did this do 20 more damage? Is that is so wild. I'm stumped. Okay. Oh my god, because they have Lucario, I'm so stupid. Obviously. So all of my Keko, I'm so stupid. I thought they red did that. Okay. They have Lucario. This is why they retreated. I feel so dumb right now. Okay. I'll do one more Boomerang because just trying to see. Oh, of course. Yeah. I thought maybe I get 2. Now that it doesn't matter. I thought I might get 2. But at least I get 1 point. Just, yeah. Not great. I really have to pay more attention to these matches, I feel like. But, I mean, this wouldn't have saved me in this instance, right? But there is, yeah. Will give me something amazing. It's open 1 pack. You know, I feel like this episode I will stay with Extra Dimensional Crisis. I feel like this is the best way for me to progress, right? Because at this point, the decks that I'm able to build are not great, but I need to diversify more for some more difficult challenges. So I can't open just this all the time. I have to pivot at some point, but I'm really hoping for... Oh, nothing was shiny there, but I didn't really look. It might have been just like a normal... Oh, okay. So we're getting to this Ultra Beast. Yeah. Man, I really love this. I love the Nihilego. I don't know how you say it, Nihilego. And Poiple deck where you poison them. It's great. And you don't need an EX Pokemon or anything like that. So that's actually very, very nice. I hope we can build this at some point. Counter opponent. Alex. Alex might be an NPC. Yeah. Alex looks nice to meet you. No sleeves. Alex might very well be an NPC. Oh, probably because I lost. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I lost and now I'm playing against an NPC. That is unfortunate. Now, I wouldn't blame you if, based on my track record so far, you thought I might even lose to an NPC. But with my trusty Tapu Koko back on the field, we actually pulled off the win. Not that it was particularly exciting though, it was an NPC battle after all. So let's skip ahead to the next real fight and, more importantly, our next spin of the wheel. What we are going to do. Level up. And we unlock binders. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Binders have been unlocked. And it's so great. But also, what is actually great is because looking at the advanced missions, you can actually help me with them. There's register 1 friend, register 3 friends. So, you know, you can add me. This is my friend ID. Feel free to add me. Obviously, there's a limited amount, but there's nobody I have on there right now. If, by the way, something happens that I cannot do, if there's a challenge that I cannot do, or just something that's happening here, like for example, giveaway, I can't do that right now. Well, we'll get there when we get there. Okay, we get there, right? That's great. But yeah, so what is giveaway? Giveaway is... Alright, I realize I've been rambling here a bit, so let's cut to the chase. I'm expecting to open a lot of packs during this challenge, assuming the wheel is kind enough to let me. With all those packs, I'm bound to end up with duplicates of some great cards. That's where giveaway comes in. Whenever it lands on the wheel, I'll send a random rare card to someone on my friends list, in a trade. No strings attached, and they can send me a random card in return. Also, I'd love to start building a list of people who are looking for a specific card. So drop a comment with the card you're hunting for and your in-game handle, and make sure to add me as a friend for your chance to be part of a giveaway in the future. Now though, we need to spin the wheel again. We will do this once there's, something happening here, but yeah. It will be giveaways in that sense of giving away cards. And there's our chance to get an actually rare card right now. We can open one more pack. Hopefully we'll get something that we can really use. I know that there is a card that I really want to have. I'm actually not quite sure if this is here. Okay, it is not. So this is something that I might want to look at, because one of the cards that I really want, if I build around Tapu Koko, is the Oricorio. Do I open Celestial Guardians to get the Oricorio? I know it's a very rare card, at least I think so. And it's in Solgaleo. Okay, let's stick with Extra Dimensional Crisis one more time, and then next episode we're going to start to diversify a little bit. Go a few different routes, and hopefully be able to build a deck that has a chance once we hit Pokeball. With Carvanha, with Stuffle, with Molo, with Stoutland, with Dartrix. So that was absolutely nothing. But maybe, since I was able to beat Alex, the NPC, I think it was Alex, maybe the game lets me fight against an actual person again. Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. Tapu Koko right off the bat. We have this in our bag. We have to have this in our bag. Oh, they also have. Ooh. I hope they don't have the Oricorio. That will block us. I mean, I guess not too much. We have me and Shao is actually a good counter to that. Yeah, it feels like they're very much at the start of the journey, just like we are. So okay, then Dedenne? Dedenne? I don't know. But then, let's go with Deden. It's French, right? So it should be Deden. I mean, it's not French, obviously, but it's from Kalos. Is it from Kalos? I think it's from Kalos. Anyway, I know stuff about Pokemon, definitely. I will put the electrical cord in there because I do not expect, actually, Tapu to get knocked out at all. But let's see what happens. Yes. Okay, they have closed the game. Oh, come on. That would be so sad. So we had an NPC battle. We had a battle that I thought was an NPC battle. Then we had an actual NPC battle. And now this guy is just giving up after the first turn. Come on. You can come back. Well, they didn't come back. So to save you from wasting your precious time like I did, let's just skip to the end of that battle. It was clearly weighted in my favor anyway. The opponent just rage quit after the very first turn. Now, originally, this was where I planned to wrap up the first episode, but let's be honest, that ending was way too anticlimactic. So I decided to give the wheel one more spin. Maybe this time, we'll find an opponent worthy of facing the full might of our glorious Tapu Koko EX. And yeah, let's ask the wheel for some fortune. Oh no. Oh no, I was afraid of that. Okay. So a currency match means that if we lose this, our best Pokemon, our highlight card, Tapu Koko, I cannot use this card for the next 5 matches. It is in quarantine 5 matches. Oh, this is tough. So what I can do, so this is about the card that I'm using, right? So because I only have Tapu Koko, if I lose and I have to put Tapu Koko into quarantine, that's basically it. I mean, I don't know what deck I'm supposed to build. I can use my Kanto deck and fight NPCs maybe. But okay, we can do this. We can win. We won before. We have only won ever, unless we had a challenge, right? And if we win, we can get a pack, and we can choose one of the cards that our opponent has or used against us and buy it with pack points. Now, this is not something that's probably very interesting for us right now because I don't feel like we have too many pack points. Okay. Deck Force 1, Tapu Koko. Please let me have the same luck as I had before with having Tapu Koko on my hand immediately. No way. What? How are you in beginner's rank? Level 44? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I mean, the good news is I do have Tapu Koko. And they do have a water deck. Wow. If we can pull this off. Oh, they use Starmie. Interesting. That's an old school deck. But also very effective old school deck if they're lucky enough. They're gonna Misty? No. Pokeball again. They do have draw support, but so do we, which is actually very nice because, I mean, this is all the cards that I have. So having Pokeball and Professor's Research in your hand at the very beginning of the game is always very nice. Yeah, Articuno, Army. Okay, Squirtle as well. I don't know why that's just there, but sure. Maybe that's why he's beginner's rank. I'm kidding. I'm coping. I'm hoping, I guess. I'm hoping that we will have a chance. There's type. No, that's very good. Okay, there's something to be done here. Let's go research, get some more cards. And Plasma Hurricane. Actually very good that they started, that they had the first turn. Unless they have Misty and Starmie, then things look very good. Okay, Misty on Articuno. Oh, thank you. Ooh, okay. So we actually have a chance here. We actually have a chance here. Put it on war throttle. Okay, so this makes me think that they have. This makes me think that they have Blastoise in hand, which is a very dangerous card. Okay, so I go type no, evolve to Silvella, and this is why I will keep my supporters, because I have this is all the supporters that I have, right? I use research, and then I have a Gladion. Oh, you're right, I have a Gladion, and I have a Looker, and I have a Professor's Research. But this is all the supporters that I actually have, just in general. So I can kill the Staryu with a Cosmo Hurricane, have enough energy for the Mach Bolt, and potentially have a Silvella ready if something happens to my Tapu Koko. It'd be a kind of good. Okay, they have to have another Misty and Blastoise, which is insane, if that's true. Okay, they do have another Misty. Oof. Oof. Oh no. This is 5 energy. Blastoise is just gonna one-shot everything. The Hydro Bazooka. Yikes. Okay, that was so lucky though. Man, I love this code. I love Blastoise. It's actually my favorite line. It's my favorite starter. It's my first starter. And I have this deck as well. Not with Articuno, but wow. There's nothing. There's nothing I can do wrong. I don't have any kind of cards that would allow me to do anything, but yeah. GG. Wow. The worst part is that we have to put Tapu Koko into quarantine next team. That is horrible. The good thing is, I don't know what the good thing is. I was trying to find something to cope with, but I can't find something. Okay, come on, buddy. You can just attend. It's fine. Really thought we had a chance here, but they got very lucky with having 2 Misties, having the evolution line immediately on their hands. Yeah, they missed the first Misty, but they got 3 energy, I think, with the second Misty. That was incredibly lucky. Boom. I respect it. I respect the water grind. I respect playing Misty still. Oof. And yeah, I think oof might be the perfect way to wrap up episode 1 of PokéWheel Season 0. A lot went down. NPCs, suspected NPCs, rage quits, pack openings, and most importantly, hope. Hope that will be completely shattered the next episode when we're forced to start without our trusty Tapu Koko EX. We'll see how far we can get with a brand new deck and the few scraps we've managed to pull so far. As I said at the start, this is all still a work in progress. That's why I'm calling it Season 0. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to see more chaos from the wheel and other Pokemon series in the future. If you got ideas for improving my layout or setup, leave them in the comments. I love your input. And don't forget to add me as a friend in Pokémon TCG Pocket if you're up for some trades. Thanks for watching, trust the wheel, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.